these old hymns. I'm going to do one now. The song, you can hear me on this, can't you? Is it on? You can hear me on this? Check. You can hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I think it may be that one. Check. 1, 2. You can hear me now? I may have to turn some lows out of it because I can turn them way up. The lows there. That's what it was. This is one of my favorite old hymns. It is well with my soul. DJ, I want to share your story. DJ. Good morning. Man, it's so good to be here. My name is DJ. I'm from Mobile, Alabama. I'm going to tell you, when I went outside and saw that table out there, I'm thinking, all right, in the middle of the country,
There's a table set, the sun's shining. We're going to eat hamburgers. It don't get much better. And it's a small church, but there's so much Holy Spirit in the room right now.
Come on.
It feels good.
Amen.
Amen. Just a few months ago, I wouldn't have been here. I spent 18 years in addiction. What started out as 18-year-old with a can of beer just escalated. I drank one beer, liked it, drank another one and another one. It quickly took my inhibitions from me, as it does when it doesn't take but one. And I ended up going from that to marijuana, cocaine, methamphetamine. I finally, the one that got me the worst was opiate drugs. It started with the Lortab. Just one Lortab. I don't know if everybody in the room knows this, but opiate drugs like Lortab are in the same class as heroin. It's the same stuff. From that one Lortab, within maybe 6 months, I was committing prescription fraud. I was going and picking up prescriptions that weren't mine. I did that for quite some time. Before I had, eventually the person whose prescription they belonged to, was, I had the police after me. I ended up in a methadone program. I don't know how many of you may be familiar with that, but we have them all over the state. You won't even know what they are when the one I went to was right next to the public library in Mobile. But it's a clinic where you're prescribed drugs to treat your addiction to drugs. In this particular clinic, you can go in there and they let you pick your dose. Like you can just go up. Eventually it doesn't, you're going in there and you're paying to feel normal. I was taking 100 milligrams of methadone a day. That's the equivalent to a 2 or 3 gram a day heroin habit, I believe. And it's a trap. It's a trap. It's not true deliverance that you can only get from God.
All right. Come on.
I did that for 2 years until I finally had enough. I got sick of going, and spending. It cost me more than my house note to go and, be supposedly free. I don't know. The relapse rate when you stop methadone is something like 92% within the first month. There have been very few people at this particular clinic who have walked away. Well, I haven't taken methadone in 8 months. There's something that, there's a couple things I want to share. One is that I really feel like, and Jesse brought this up, you're created with an emptiness, with a void. People try to fill that void with, we try to fill it with drugs. Doesn't work. You're never satisfied. People may try to fill it with a hobby, relationship. The only way you can fill it and be fully satisfied is with the Spirit of God. I was saved at 15 years old. I'm 35 now, so 20 years ago. But I quickly forgot that. Coming to Teen Challenge, I'd say within the first 2 or 3 days there, we had praise and worship every night. And I prayed and I was truly delivered. And I got the Spirit of God back. And, it's, I'm keeping it this time, I'm not going back. I'm done. Praise God for that. If you know somebody who's suffering from an addiction, I'm just the scary truth of it is there's only 2 choices. Either deliverance or death.
Right.
That's it. So, if you've got somebody that that's struggling, like Brother Joe said, pray for them. Tell them about Teen Challenge. Do whatever you've got to do to get them help, because God is the only way out. I think God will let me share. Come on,